Hey everyone, welcome to Joco Outdoors. My name's Ken.
I'm Brian.
And today we're going to be reviewing the HC300 Victor camera.
We hope you guys really enjoy this video. If you're new to our channel, remember to subscribe, like the video, post a comment below, and hit that notification button.
And most of all, share our videos because we like to spread it out. We like to spread the love. So without further ado, I'm going to let Brian do the intro unboxing this camera.
Alright, so we're going to unbox the Victor HC300. This camera on Amazon is fairly inexpensive. You can get it on Amazon, which we will post a link below. You can get it on Amazon. Roughly it's about $60. Sometimes they do have coupons for $20 off, so I got mine for about 40 bucks. But these cameras take really good pictures, and I think the video is pretty fair quality as well for it to be such a fairly expensive or inexpensive camera. So when we first open it up, we have this little card right here, and it's just an introduction card. It's saying thank you for buying the camera. It tells you where to go for support and everything, to like them on their certain social media pages and stuff like that. They want you to leave them a review. That's their website, govictor.com. They also give you a warranty card right here, and it gives you frequently asked questions on one side, but then it tells you if you want to extend your warranty by 36 months to go to all this right here. Now it tells you to download the WhatsApp app on your phone and go through it that way. Now I tried to do that, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I felt like it was pretty difficult to do that because I never could type this number in right here that's on this page and actually get anything to respond back telling me, hey, you have extended your warranty or anything like that.
I got the same thing. Same thing too. I tried to do it too, and I mean, I'm gonna try again, but so far that's been a non-player.
So yeah. I mean that's one of the only few negatives I've seen to it so far, is that I can't really get that 36-month extended warranty because I have a hard time doing it through WhatsApp. Yeah. You also get a manual in here, so it just goes
detailed manual.
Yes,
let me tell you. I mean, of all the things that we've bought on Amazon that isn't made in America, this is made in China. And generally, when you see a manual come from China, you can pretty much expect a couple of things. One, misspelled words, and two, very limited information. That's not the case with this. They have explicit instructions on every single feature on this camera, how to set it up. I mean everything. There's literally nothing that you could possibly ask about this camera that they don't include.
Just the English version is about 14 pages long, which is very detailed for something like this. I've bought other cameras on here before. I bought some very intense electrical products that didn't have 14 pages of instructions. Right. All right. Now, before we get any further in this, I also want to let you guys know we're not just going to be talking about the camera today. We're also going to be talking about some accessories near the end of the video. So if you want to hear about the accessories that we have for these cameras right here that we use on these cameras, please continue to watch the video. Stay tuned and wait till the end because we will have a surprise for you, and it's actually a pretty good one too. All right, so you can see this is the first time we've opened this camera. Still got the package on it. If we open it up, you can see what really brought me in. I don't know if you can see it, but this little design right here where the bulbs are, that really brought me in right there. The design of it, I think it has a really cool look. To me, the camera itself right there looks mad, like it's definitely saying I'm watching you. So that really brought me in. I'm gonna peel this off because I'm gonna take it off anyways. Now I can tell you guys, this camera is definitely a true no-glow camera. Why is it a no-glow camera? Well, we've got your IR sensor right here, okay, and this picks up pretty good. You have the outside of this is actually blacked out, okay? But not only is that blacked out, when you open this up, the bulbs themselves are blacked out. So you have a blackout here, then you have a blackout here. It's truly a no glow. Now Ken, I'm gonna let Ken talk about the inside features of this camera, because I know he, as much as I, love the inside features of this camera. So I'm gonna pass it over to him.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'll open up this one that we've go and finish showing them what's in the box, because there's some
Yeah.
cool things in the box there here too that
Yeah. Oh,
that was really surprising.
and before I get to that, one more thing that I love about this thing.
Yes.
The batteries go in from the bottom side. They go in from the bottom side right there, not from the back side of the camera right here. The SD card goes in on the side right here, but that's one of my favorite things about it, is where the batteries go. And it locks in pretty easy too. All right, so we got the camera out. Down in here, we have your strap, just a basic strap. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not too big on this strap right here. I do like the fact that, you know, it's fairly easy to use, and it straps down. It latches down like the old style, what I would call the old style straps did that you would use on your truck. But this thing is I mean, it's pretty long. And
It's really long. Well, I mean,
yeah, I mean, look, you can see right there how long it is.
I mean, it's really. I put it around a 22-inch pine tree and still had some flapper at the end.
I mean, it's really long. It's not a bad strap that comes with the camera. But I did replace mine with a little bit heavier duty strap. Okay, now this mount. Victor, you guys made a great camera, but this mount it's horrible. I put this on my camera, mounted it to a tree, and the whole mount right here, let me take all this out. There's a few pieces in here, but so you have your base piece right here, okay? That mounts into the tree. And of course you have your screws and your anchors. This piece right here, these pieces right here, your camera mounts to this obviously. And when I put my camera on there, the weight of the camera, it caused the bracket to do this. As tight as it would be, it still started leaning like this until it was looking down like that right there. As tight as I could get this thing, it's still done that. So this does not tighten down very good at all. Does not hold into place very good. Other than those few accessories that's in there, and of course you have your cable here for if you want to hook up to the computer straight from the camera and everything. Okay, I just take my SD card out, but if I wasn't going to take my SD card out and I took something else out there that I could plug this up to, you have this nifty accessory to go with it too.
I want to talk one more thing about this. All right, so when I first seen this, I've gotten other cameras that had something similar to this. And one thing about this design is this threads all the way through. So having a nut on both sides, it is almost nearly impossible to get this tight enough because of the recess on here.
Yep.
I mean, we tried wrenches, we tried pliers, we tried everything under the sun to try and get this thing tight enough to where, and this was what happened. All right, so let me show you. I'll give you a demonstration of what happened on the tree. All right, so you can see this is all floppity joppity here. All right, we cranked this thing down. I mean, I'm talking about where I thought I was going to break the thing off.
Yep.
All right, so once we got this where it would set, fairly okay, we put it on there, and all of a sudden the wind blew and it went.
Yeah.
And
that,
now and then it started.
This part started.
Started coming unscrewed, and I was thinking, well, what a poor design. All right, so
Yep.
Camera, fantastic. Mount, not so much.
Yep.
So, we'll set that aside. All right, so I'm going to take this one out. This is the same camera, but this one I've already got it set up with the batteries and everything. So here I've got the strap installed, so it just slides through the back. It's got a nice heavy-duty strap lug on it. I've seen some other cameras that this thing was afraid to tighten it on the tree because it's going to snap. It does also provide a cable loop, so you can run a security cable through this and lock your camera to the tree and have some fairly good security. Me and Brian both last year lost cameras because we did not have a strap,
Yep.
a chain on it. So lesson learned. Now As far as the strap goes, the only thing I found that I've had a problem with is this buckle is plastic. And when you cinch it down on a tree trying to get it nice and tight, this thing has popped off 3 times on me trying to get it nice and tight. That's my only beef with it. So I did also buy some new straps to get a better clinch on this. It's going to be a similar design, but just a better strap. But nice and long. I even considered cutting this off and sewing another buckle on this too, because the strap is really nice and long. I'm going to get it out of the way so it's not flopping around. All right, so open up the camera. These are 2 very hefty snaps on the side. And why is that important? Because if you've had trail cams before, and particularly in North Carolina, we get some pretty heavy downfall of rain. And I've had trail cams that you open it up and you take a bath because the water got inside the seal even though the snaps were down. Well, I can tell you that the seal on this is really awesome. We had 7-8 inches of rain a couple weeks ago. I came out here and there was not even condensation underneath this thing. I mean, it was tight sealed up.
Let me add to that. The reason being is because it has an IP66 waterproof design. That is the most updated design for waterproofing on these types of cameras and everything. I mean, it super seals. I did some research on that. I wasn't sure what it was, but IP66 is the most updated design. It's supposed to be almost completely leak proof.
Yep.
So
yeah, it's unreal, because the previous one I think it was IP44, and it was okay, but I don't now I'm not gonna go so much as could you submerge this camera and it survive? No, because they're not waterproof.
Right.
They're water resistant. Okay.
Right.
So let's walk through a little bit of features. All right, he already talked about the blackout screen. He talked about the blackout bulbs. But one of the other things, and if you notice, similar cameras with the same price point that aren't name brand cameras, i.e. the Bushnells and the Brownings, things like that, they typically have all the stuff is attached to this lid. So when you open it up, everything's out here in the front. And that does one of 2 things. Well, it does 2 things. One, it puts your batteries right behind here, which every camera that we've had, and we've run through some cameras, I'm going to tell you, every single camera that we've had to take a panel off and put batteries inside has leaked. It has gotten water inside of it every single time. All right, now, the other thing about it, having all your electronics over here, it makes it impossible for you to set your camera up.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so when you click this camera on, it's got a nice functions on the front. All right, you got all your little setting buttons. So you click here. This is your, to choose to look at your card, the M button. You click it again. All right, there's nothing on my card. So, all right, go to this menu here. You can scroll down the menu, and it's just like any other ones. Now, this camera has the ability to do both picture and video, and you can select the length of your videos and how many of your pictures you take all in one shot. You got timestamps. You can password protect it. When it comes out of the box, it comes with a beep. Well, I disable the beep immediately because I don't want to be in the woods beeping my camera. But anyway, it's got audio recording, turning on and off. You can change your time-lapse information, target recording time, PIR sensitivity, so you can change the sensitivity. But one of the other things that I really loved about this is it has a setup on it. So if I go to hit the button right here, this little check mark outside the menu, see a little blue light comes on? Well, what this does is, as this is on the tree, this is looking at you. So you can see it's looking at you guys right now. So you can set this up and you can actually walk out into where you're trying to video and look and see, is the camera actually seeing what you want it to see? Not taking this wild guess of, am I really aiming at my corn pile or at my area I need to evaluate? Fantastic feature. One of my probably my most favorite feature is that right there, to be able to ensure that my camera's pointing in the right direction. Because you don't know how many times I've had the camera, I thought it was pointing here and is actually pointing over yonder, and I got no pictures. Deer coming in, doing their thing right here where I wanted them to come, but no pictures at all.
Now,
All right, now another thing, sensitivity wise, I have found, and I'm going to, when we put this video up, I've got pictures and video from this very camera that I'm gonna put up there as well to show you the quality of the picture and the video that comes out of this. It's unreal. I mean, for the amount of money you spend on this, like you said, this is a $64 camera, but on regular, Amazon runs $20 off on this camera.
Yep.
So if you see it for $64, wait just a little bit. They're going to run it for $20 off because the Victure company likes to do little sales. All right.
Now let me intercede here. I want to go over some of the specs because it's one thing we did forget to do, but some of the specs on here, it has a 0.3 second trigger speed. That is very fast, especially for a $40 camera. So let's say you don't catch it on sale. Even for a $60 camera, that's still fast. 0.3 seconds. I know a lot of the higher end cameras, I'm not going to give any names out there, but a lot of the higher end cameras don't even have a 0.3. A lot of them are a 0.5 or a 1 second. And that's, when you compare those, that's pretty slow. It's 20 megapixel high quality photography. So definitely when you see the pictures, you're going to see the clarity of the pictures. It's very clear. It's 38 hidden IR LEDs, so 38 bulbs here, 90-degree detection area, and it's got a 2-inch LCD screen.
Yep.
So that's the screen he was showing you right there on the front.
So that's right here. All right, now, Brian talked about this already, but I want to reiterate how awesome this is. To change your card, normally most companies put their card down here on the bottom, which means that it's usually cumbersome to get to because you got to literally almost stand on your head to get to it. They put these right on the side. So you push the card right here, card pops right out. Put another one back in, up and running. It's got a little recess thing for your finger, so when you push it in, you can get the card all the way in. I've had cameras where it had to literally pull out a key to push the card in to get it back out of here. He talked about the battery thing. Now this, like I said, this is probably the biggest change that I saw on a camera, and I think more companies should do it this way. I know there are other companies, I think Bushnell, they're pretty good about having a case that slides in the bottom. That's similar to this. Moultrie has one too. But this thing, it's got it's a super duper seal. I mean, literally, you can see I'm having to push this down, and to get my latch, I have to pull the latch over, and it locks down. It's sealed. There's no water getting into your batteries, and that will be the one thing that will kill your batteries faster than anything else is water, particularly alkaline batteries. All right, alkaline batteries, as soon as they get wet, they start to rust, and then it'll rest your little lugs on your camera, and the camera's done. And you may have only used it for a couple of weeks, and now your camera's destroyed. So trust me when I say this has happened to us, so I'm sharing our own personal experiences with trail cameras. Now, how do I rate this trail camera in comparison to, so I've got a Browning, and I've got a Wild Game Innovations. Both of those cost, I could have bought 3 of these for what each one of those cost individually. And I would put this camera up against either one of those any day of the week and twice on Sunday. I'm going to tell you right now, this is the best value, not just value for your money, this is the best trail camera that they have on Amazon right now.
And this is, matter of fact, this is my second one, and hopefully I will eventually replace all of my cameras with this camera right here. I've been very happy with this camera. And another detail about this camera, let me tell you something. This camera can pick up crazy distance. And when I say crazy distance, I mean, you know, on average, I think it's a 70-foot range. Okay, but I have pictures of where I'm clearly a lot further than 70 foot away, and it's picked me up walking toward the camera, and I'm probably 90 to 100 foot away.
Well, I can
before it picks me
I can
up.
attest. All right, so from the stand that I normally hunt at for archery, where the corn feeder is, it's 40 yards away. All right, 40 yards, and I get deer there all the time. So if you equate that into feet, that's 120 feet. Well, most cameras only go about 50 to 60 feet.
Right.
Now, I trekked it even further than that. I went on beyond where we extend the feeder to during gun season, and that was out to 70 yards, and the camera still picked me up moving. Now, the quality of the picture wasn't that good because of the distance, but it still picked me up. The PIR sensor picked me up. That in and of itself is great because now you can ensure that it will take a picture when you want it to take a picture. This has been my biggest beef with trail cameras is I hate going, you left it out there for 2-3 weeks and you go to see if the activity and you open the card up, stick it in your computer, and there's no pictures.
Yeah.
Because the trigger didn't trigger fast enough to pick up the response. So if I were to give this, and I will, I've already gone into Amazon and gave this a 5-star review.
Yep.
So you can go on and see our reviews on there. And for you guys at Victor, keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing a great thing.
Yep.
All right, now we told you we're going to give you a little bit of bonus accessory activity here. So one of the things I really want to promote, and this is one thing that we've learned throughout our hunting experience, is that alkaline batteries, where they have their benefit of they are cost effective, most hunters will use them, but they are the worst thing you can possibly put into a trail camera. For one, because they are not waterproof. Exactly.
Right.
So number two, in the wintertime when it gets cold, alkaline batteries will die super fast.
Yep.
So what's the alternative? Well, lithium ion batteries. All right, so I'm going to show you the lithium ion battery that I use. And I got these on Amazon. I'll show you the packaging here. All right, so this is it's called Belvigor lithium ion batteries. All right, they're the same size as a AA battery, but feeling the weight of these between a alkaline battery and this thing is nearly half the weight. So now the camera is not overburdened with weight.
It's half the weight and twice as strong.
Twice as strong. All right, so these batteries have been in this camera going on 8 weeks now, and it hasn't even moved the dot. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So 8 weeks, and I'm not joking around. This has been 8 weeks. So let me see if I can get this in here. Show you the battery level on this. It's completely full after 8 weeks. Hadn't even moved a tick. I cannot say that for any alkaline battery I've ever used. I don't care if it was an Energizer, a Duracell, whatever it was. Never had that kind of activity. All right, and so with this, what the package looks like. Now, I think this one, if I remember right, these were $25 for 24 batteries. So about $1 a battery for something that's probably going to last me at least a full season, probably 2 seasons.
Yep.
Comes in a nice little package, with all your batteries inside.
It even gives
it gives you a description
nice.
of the batteries too. So this says that it's got a steel shell, it's got a membrane, anode, another membrane, another anode, and then you've got a lead, and then you've got the bottom, and then you've got an explosion-proof part, which is very nice with lithium ion. That is probably the only detractor to lithium ion, is they do like to catch on fire. It's got short circuit protection. It's got a sealing ring, so no water can get into it, and then it's got the top. So up here it says no leakage. It has it's safety, explosion proof, and it's long lasting. And I can attest just what I've seen so far. The front of it says this is a 3,000 milliamp hour battery. And I'll attest, I'm very skeptical when I see milliamp hours on any battery, but I can attest that these do hold the line. All right, the other thing that I'm going to let Brian talk about is these cards right here.
Yep.
So let me pull this out and he can show you what these cards look like.
Yeah, this is it's a SanDisk Ultra. It's a Class 10. Now these cameras right here do require a Class 6 or a Class 10. Preferably the Class 10. That's what we have found works the best. And their Class 10s are also a lot easier to find too. I'm going to show you this up there. See if we can get it close enough. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's a SanDisk Ultra. It's 80 megabits per second, 16 gigabyte. These things work really well. There's a pack of 10 on Amazon, which we'll leave a link below for you guys, for roughly about what, 50 bucks. So roughly about $5 a card, which is, I mean, that's kind of cheap. You go into Walmart and you try to buy 2 of these,
$10.
and you're gonna pay almost 20 bucks for them.
$10 a piece.
You know, so I mean, these things, I went out and I bought some, and they work really well. Just make sure you format these in a computer first. You can format them inside here. But what I do on mine is I format mine in the computer first, and then I go and I format them in the camera when I put them in the camera. But, you know, definitely go on there and get these, use them in the camera. They work really, really well. They are kind of high speed. That does not mean that this thing's going to write any faster than what it's already going to write. But it's a Class 10, and most of your Class 10s are going to be a high speed like this. These do require Class 10s. I can attest, Ken can attest, Pop as we like to call him, can attest that all of these products that we have talked to you about today are, we consider them high quality. Even though the cost on these things are lower priced, I still think it's a high quality camera. I still think, obviously SanDisk has been around for a long time. We know it's high quality. I don't think you're going to find a better deal anywhere else than you would on Amazon. And then these batteries right here, high quality. Go try to buy the Energizers, the same, you know, AA lithium ion 24 pack. You're going to pay $5 to $7 more, if not maybe $10 more than you would on these. And these have very high reviews as well on Amazon. Go in there and check them out yourself. So, you know, we wanted to share this you know, product review with you guys because we have found some very good results with these things. I don't think there's enough people out there that know about these cameras. I didn't really, whenever I was trying to look up reviews on these cameras, I didn't see a whole lot of reviews.
There was none on this particular
one. You know,
one.
so we wanted to do a review about that. I've got 2 of these. I think you've got 2,
I've
right?
Got 2. Yep.
So, you know, there's 4 cameras right there that we have positive feedback on. You can see yourself, these batteries, 8 weeks in the camera, and it still has full charge. I just opened up my second one today. I've not put any batteries in here or anything, but those will be going in there. I think that's about all I've got.
Yeah. Well, like we said, we got a bonus feature for you guys to stay till the end. And I want to share with you a little tip about trail cams. And that's with these cards. All right, so if you've had problems reading these cards from your trail cams, it's because you're having corruption in your card. So, and this is what we did, and I've tried it, and it works great. Dedicate 2 cards to every camera. Buy 2 cards specifically for this camera. So if you look at the bottom here, I've got, this says VIC-2 on it. So this is my second of my Victor cameras. I've got another card that is in my card case. So when I go and replace it, I'm going to take my other VIC-2 and put it in here. That way I don't cross-contaminate platforms between the cards. I don't even cross-translate them between my 2 Victor cameras.
Right.
This will prolong the life of your card, and you'll notice you'll have a lot more pictures, a lot more videos, and a lot more success capturing video.
Yep.
So there you go. That's the review on these 2 cameras, the same camera. But I just want to thank you guys for watching our videos. It's a pleasure to see people coming out to see people who love the outdoors.
We want to ask you guys, what do you think? Do you have you had any experience with these cameras before? If you have, leave a comment below. If you've had experience with any other cameras out there before that are low priced like this that you consider good quality, let us know about those as well. If you have any questions about them, please post a comment on there asking us questions about you know, what you have about these cameras, and we will give our best effort to answer those for you. So please go on there and don't forget, subscribe to our channel, share our videos, like,
and hit the notification bell.
Yeah,
so you can see when we put new videos up. 'Cause
definitely.
We're new. This is a new channel. We're not new. I'm not new to YouTube, but this is our new channel, and we are going to be posting videos pretty regularly. So if you want to see our content, you want to see what we got coming up, be sure you ring that notification bell.
We thank you guys. We love you guys. And remember, this is God's country.
Amen. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.